the owner and creator of everything at CarolJo's.com. I do not know why this is so... Oh, no. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to see why am I so dark. It is really dark on YouTube, and I don't know why. Sorry, we're just going to go with darkness because I can't figure out how to make it lighter. All right. Welcome in, everybody. I am going to do my TikTok. Hey, Rose. Yes, you were on time. Let's see. I'm going to bring up my backup account of TikTok so I can see comments better. There we go. Hi, Geraldine. All right. Oh, I do not want to do that. I want to go here. Why can I not? Oh, I have had like whoop brain right now. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. So what we're going to do tonight is I usually talk about, hi, I'm Carol with CarolJo's. It's an online jewelry and accessory business for women. I create jewelry. We put it out on the website. But when we go live, we don't always talk about the jewelry that I sell. Instead, we do some other things. Like we have tutorial times where I teach you about different things on making jewelry. Friday, we're going to be talking about the trends for fall and winter because we need to start thinking about that. We also do sales on TikTok only. Earlier today, we had a bring back sale and a silicone sale. So we've had 2 sales today. And then we also have, hi, Robin, chat time. Chat time is a time for you guys to put in the chat any questions that you guys have about jewelry making or about running a small business. And we as a community here, we discuss it and just keep things positive here. And it ends up having a lot of discussion to help everybody out. And that's really what it is that we are in this together as a group. And you might have a question that someone else is. And some people just aren't always comfortable being the first ones to give us a question. So if you have any questions, go ahead, put them in the chat and let's talk about them. The other thing I was going to do, and I got to go grab something while we do it, is that I was going to get stuff ready so that I could invoice tomorrow morning. So I got to grab one of our earlier lives piles here, and we're going to combine them. So let me know what you guys have for questions. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Nobody has any questions tonight? Hi, William Paul. How are you? I think I want this size. What's your update, Miss Rose? I'm doing good. Hi, Riz. Oh, she has to update. I got it now. There must be an update for TikTok. So Geraldine is asking, we did the beadable bar necklace. Hi, Wolfie and Amy. Not this week, but last week. And the gauge wire that I use is a 22 gauge wire. And I just happen to use the Beadsmith's craft wire, 22 gauge. That is what I use for the beadable bar necklace. You can use any gauge you would like. The smaller the number, so like 22, if you went to 20, 18, and 16, that one will keep the bar more straight. If you go up in the gauge, such as if you went to, I'm trying to think of the numbers, 24, 26, that type of thing, that will get you a thinner chain or a thinner piece of wire, and it will bend easier, just to let you know. Whoops. I'm getting everything ready. so that all I have to do is scan tomorrow. I'm not going to do scanning tonight. We do jewelry making here, William, Paul. We do, we teach it, we sell it, we sell the, on TikTok, we sell everything that you would need for making jewelry that I can get my hands on anyways. Yep, you got to find your wire. Those are the easiest necklaces. You're welcome. So also, as always, 10 shares, 10,000 likes on on TikTok, sorry, we will do giveaways. So once we get to that, then yep, we will do giveaways. And if anybody is new, all of my lives that I do on YouTube are saved, and you can go watch the replay over there. So any of my tutorials, I go live on both TikTok and YouTube with my tutorials. So if you wanted to rewatch one of the tutorials that we've done, you can go to YouTube and do that. So if that is something that you guys like to do, is making jewelry and stuff, hi Mondo, go ahead and follow me or subscribe to me on YouTube. YouTube is subscribe. I always get that wrong. What is everybody? Does anybody have any projects that they're working on tonight while we are here? Ha ha! Oh, is it fun going through the boxes? We are having chat time tonight. Oh, I forgot to get my labels for these. Oh, snakies. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Oh, poor Rose. She has a bad connection. Cool. So do you have a show coming up, Geraldine? Or are you just making for fun? There we go. Now we got to count the focals. 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Hi, Mia. Ah. Cool. Hi, Candy. 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we have 29. Let's see. I was going to say, I still need to get everything ready to do my shows. I have not done enough creating to do a show. Ah! Okay. All right. That one's sorted. I have had a really good day. We just got back from running errands. Ah, so you've never had to do it. You just do it through online and get people that way. I think that's amazing. There we go. Okay. Whoops, that one goes up there. So we ended up, my husband is hilariously funny, I think anyways. I love him dearly, but I love him. That's what I did in the beginning too, Geraldine. I made a lot and gave it away. You should be able to do that. I think you will be able to do that, Robin. She's talking about creating enough for a show that they have in her town in December. Got a few months. So when Buttercup has told us that, you know, her summer rec program is having a game tomorrow. I just heard it. He was like, well, we're going to play catch tomorrow night. We don't have a glove that fits her. We have one that'll be a little bit big for her, but you know, we're like, hey, it's just for fun for right now. Now, you know, Grandpa has to go out and buy her a new glove, a new bat, and the ball. So that's what our errand running was tonight. I was just like, really? So I just thought it was kind of comical. All right. Hi, Amy. How are you doing? So, yep. So that's what we did. Yeah. I'm like, if you could have seen my face when we pulled up. Yep. I was going to say, I'm doing good. I was going to say, do you want to say where he plays college ball at? You don't have to. I do listen to you. Sometimes your comments are not what we're looking for, but I do listen. Yep. And so literally it was cute. And as soon as we pulled into the parking lot, I knew where we were getting then. I was just like, oh, because he wouldn't tell us where we were going or why. And I have to know. That's just who I am. And he's like, it'll be just fine. And I'm like, would you just tell me? You're stressing me out. Hello, Ms. Taco for me. And I know I should know who that is. But is it Ms. It's not Ms. Mary V. Now, okay, who's Ms. Taco for me? I should know it. She is excited. And so, okay. And so he's outside and I heard her hit with the bat. So that's why I know she's out there playing. Hi, Lisa. So we'll see. It's not like a rec. This is like the summer rec program. It's not the like actual where they do that. We had, so you guys, as you guys know, we go to baseball games right now for the amateur baseball league. We were talking about it on the way home from the game. That's it, Miss Bees. I'm like, oh my Lord, I should know this. Once you did that, I was like, I am not connecting dots tonight. I will tell you. I was gonna say, he has played baseball since he was in T-ball. Around, I mean, I came into his life when he was turning 5 to 6. So I remember at 6 he was playing baseball, like T-ball. And so he's been playing now 17, 18 years. I know, Miss Tuggle for me. I know. I was like, I should know it, and it wasn't coming. So he's been playing baseball for that time for the Legion Ball. it's the amateur league. That's what it is. Amateur league. 'Cause he's done Legion. He's done all the way through it. We've had all the sports. We've had football from, you can start playing tackle football. I'm not going to think about it. 4th grade, I think it was. So tackle football from 4th grade through high school for him. One of the other kids only played football for 1 year. Like junior high, volleyball for one of our kids. The other kid played volleyball from junior high all the way through the college that she went to was a 2-year college. So then we had another kid. They played multiple sports. One bowled for 4 years in high school. So that's all they could bowl. They started it when they were in high school. I'm trying to think, what else was sports do we do? We've done football, basketball. Basketball was, I'm trying to think now, like 4th grade for them through high school, I think. For one, and the other one was like 4th grade through sophomore year. So yeah, we've done all the sports. 1 year they played track. We've had 2 of them do track. At least 1 do golf. I'm trying to think, what other sports? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. You have to remember 4 kids and lots of sports later. And we just talked about last night how every Father's Day and Mother's Day, there is either like a softball or baseball tournament. So you're always celebrating Father's Day and Mother's Day at a ball field. We've done soccer. That's the other thing. We did soccer for multiple years. From U5, I think U14 was when they stopped. So yeah, a lot of years of soccer. All right. What questions do you guys have? Oh, no. Oh, and geez, that really stinks, Robin. I was going to say, I was talking with, so Val, after our lives, because you guys saw, if you were on my lives earlier today, you saw that Val was on for a little, in both of them. So Val called me after we got done, and we talked for an hour and a half. And we talked about, like, when they're Buttercup's age, you have to take them to all the practices. But then when they get into high school, you don't have to take them to practices anymore because they can drive themselves. You just go to the games. Yep, and that's the thing. If they love their sport, they will keep playing until they can't. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Nope, those aren't going to all fit in there. This is the fun joy of, like, when I am bagging stuff up, going, is this size big? Nope, this size big. Nope, this size big. Hi, Angela. Thanks, Mondo. You're making me smile tonight. Uh-oh, somebody was filtered. All right, I'm going to move this stack over because it's getting tall. Whoops, nope, I have to put this one in there because that's where this one goes. It will go in this stack. And I thank you all. So those of you that weren't on earlier, we are moving tomorrow's live. We did get confirmation from the kid that the baseball game is being moved. So we don't have a baseball game for sure tomorrow night. But I had already moved my live because we thought there wasn't for sure going to be one. So because of that, we will be live tomorrow night instead of tomorrow during the day. Let me move this over here so I have more area to work in. So we will be doing our live tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's live is silicone stuff. So what we're going to be doing tomorrow night is we will have the heart matte metal adhesive pieces. We will have the silver ones also available. And we will have a rectangular square one. I can't remember the shape for the last one. And that one is in silver. So we'll have those. All right. Carrie is asking. Oh, hi, Mom. Rose's mom. I was going to call her mom. She's not my mom, but I'm going to call her mom. We'll have those. So Carrie is asking, I'm always scared that a bracelet will break after it sells. Have you ever had that happen? And the thing is that, yeah, I've had it happen. It doesn't happen very often, but the thing is that it will happen. Just like if you were to wear it, at some point your bracelets break. Sometimes I've even had them break while they are at my booth. Awesome. And so usually when they break at the booth, it is because, and I'm not going to do it, people sit here and go and really yank on them. And when people do that, I get a look on my face of like pure panic. And they usually look at you and you're like, you have to be nice to your jewelry. You don't stretch it. You just take it on and off very gently. You don't stretch it out. Just like your clothes. Do you sit there and put on your clothes and then stretch them out? No. So, we have that fun discussion about how not to do that. And I forgot to grab my other one over here. I got to grab it. I'm combining everything here. I have like 5 different stacks that we're combining together. So, roll on, roll off. Okay, Janet, you know what came to my mind when you said that? Wax on, wax off, wax on. Only those in the 80s will know. If you watched a certain movie in the 80s. Anybody? Bueller? Sorry, I just had to say that. But when you think about it from that aspect, and when it happens, I just pick up the beads and I can restring it into something else later, because sometimes you do not find all the beads. Hi, Rainbow. And so, you just explain care for jewelry. Like another thing is that if you wear your jewelry into the shower or into the water, like if you're swimming in a pool or that type of thing, then it will deteriorate your plastic if you have stretchy, or if you have wire, it will deteriorate the wire and it'll be frail. Oh, and so that's some of the things that you got to think about when you're selling it, because if they're not doing the appropriate care for it, you don't want to say that's on them, but they got to think about it from that aspect. You knew what it was. I went to the actual movie theater and saw that one, if I remember correctly. I didn't watch a lot of them. Yep, Mr. Miyagi. Yep. Oh, you guys keep asking for that, and I keep forgetting to do it. I'll add it to my list here, so I don't keep forgetting. And I actually have the same setup for most of my videos as I do for my lives. I don't know what's going on tonight, but for some reason, YouTube is extremely dark. I have both my ring lights on. If you can see these side by side, for some reason tonight, YouTube is really dark. And I can share with you guys which ring light I have, all of that. I can do that. I'll just add it to my list. I need the other size basket. I got to grab a different size basket here for this one. All right. Taking that one away. Going to this size. I'm going to count stuff. Oh boy. Well, you woke up just in time to come to the live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hope your headache went away when you went to sleep for a little bit. 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 15 here. We have that and that one. Okay. All right. Go in there. All right. I had, there he is. Good. Whoop. I'm waiting for them to come up. I just heard somebody walk in. Hi.
Have you started it?
Yes, I have.
Have you been good today?
Yes, you have. So, are you done?
Yeah, I got hit in the hand, the foot, the thigh, and in my jaw.
How'd you get hit in the jaw?
Because apparently I was too slow.
Oh.
But I didn't cry at all.
Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't cry.
I didn't tear, but I didn't cry.
So my question is, did you hit the ball?
Yeah, we were playing with that, and I was a beast.
I heard you. I heard you hit it once. Did you get a duplicate again?
I think it's just like the same ones in the bags.
Oh.
Like the big bags.
Uh-oh.
So at least I'm going to have one for each thing.
Okay. We'll see you later, alligator. Okay. I was going to say, I'm 52, so I'm right around you there, Angela. I was going to say, my husband says I'm old. 8, 10. He says we're both getting old. 4, 6, 8, 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. So what I'm doing while we're talking here is I am counting up how many focals. You're not older than dirt. You are not. I was going to say we're counting up focals to get them into bags so that we can then put the label on it and scan it, which we'll be doing tomorrow. I'll be invoicing for today's lives tomorrow during the day at some point. Since I'm not, but I have to go take Buttercup to her her rec thing between 9:30 and 11:30 tomorrow. And I just dropped one of the focals. I know what it was. Oh, it's right here. It's landed on my leg. There we go. And then we're going to put this one in there with it. And then what happens as I'm scanning it, if I scan two things separately, it will like move it. So then I have to move what I scanned. Yes, honey? What's up? Are you just hanging out with me?
I guess. Always being such a nice husband and bring all your crap inside it.
What the heck was that? You want to go look?
Tree hut.
Oh, okay. He's bringing all my boxes in?
I think I don't know what he's doing.
Okay. Well, you go look. Oh. Oh, so yeah. So we've had, it was a good sale day. I'm going to move these over here so they're staying in the order that I need them to stay in.
Daddy brought everything in.
Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Did he put it, where did he put it at? Oh, right there. Okay, I'll take it downstairs then. All right. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Maya. It's been a while since you've been on, Maya. Well, you know what happens with me? My sister and I, when we go do things together, everybody thinks that she is younger than me, and really, she is older than me. Like, I didn't realize I looked older than my sister, but that has been our entire lives. So, yes. When she opened up my door to my bead room. Oh, jeez.
I did what now?
When you opened the door, now it got cool in here.
You're welcome.
Oh, I was just fine.
Oh.
Because, you know, I'm always cold. Remember?
Yeah. But at least you made it cool.
Oh.
Because I'm in here, so it's cool now.
Oh, is that why?
Is that better?
2, 4, 6.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's fine, honey. It's fine. Do, 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 do. Yeah, we're going to use this one. But, you know, I'm constantly being told I am Buttercup's mom. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. Oh, you're lucky. Hi, Kevin. How are you tonight? So when people do that, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm grandma. Doing good, good. I'm glad to hear that. We are just getting stuff ready here for when I do my invoicing tomorrow. Zoom. I still don't, I'm like, still, Geraldine, it's like, people call, your family calls you Cookie. Then I'm like, but she's always been Geraldine to us. I am not selling tonight. I am having a chat time, Miss Rainbow. We did the selling this afternoon, or this morning and this afternoon. We had 2 lives doing sales. And so now we are just getting things ready for me to invoice tomorrow while we're talking. I will do a sale tomorrow night on the silicone items. I will go through the rest of our focals. And I know there was some of you because of the day. So I have a question. We did the bead mixes this morning, or at 1 o'clock today. I know, and so it's like Lulu and Cookie. So my question is that, do you guys want me to bring back those mixes tomorrow night on our silicone live, or do you want me to not? I'm just asking, because we have different people in here now, and I don't know if people missed it because it was a day live. Will you let me know what you think? I've got 2 acrylic beads that I will be bringing tomorrow night. We will bring the adhesives. We'll bring those, and then we'll bring some focals, and then whatever else you guys would like. Rainbow will be next. I can bring the mixes, those silicone bead mixes. We did not sell out of those this morning, or this, I keep saying the morning, but it wasn't morning. Okay, I mean, I can bring them if you guys want me to. I'm not trying to force them on you. I'm just trying to gauge if they would like it. All right, that one was rainbows. Now we'll do this. Okay. We had a smaller number on for that one, and I don't know, because I don't normally go live. Hey, we got to 10,000. All right. Guess what, everybody? We're going to guess a color. Let's see what color we want to do. Hey, it's thundering here. All right, there we go. 2, 4, 6. Everybody can play the game. Oh, yo, I gotta go grab this over here. Somebody got it. Let's see who got it. Angela, you got it. The color was turquoise, or tangerine. Tangerine was the color. I almost said the wrong one. Angela, you are getting $5 off. I'm going to go put that in your basket so I don't lose it. That is right here. Whew. I'm so excited to be so prepared for when I start this tomorrow. Oop, oop. Congratulations. All right, I'm almost done putting this one together. There we go. Can't reach sitting down with that one now. All right. We're getting really close to being all done with all of this. Woohoo! Thank you, Robin. Now, my question is, can everybody do that one? Because every time they have new ones, I'm always like, can everybody do the gift emojis or not? I'm not asking you to gift. I'm just asking, can you do it? So if you go to right now, it says it for me. Like, yeah, there's that sun with the sunglasses up at top, and it says 5/50. If you touch on that, it'll like gift. Can you do that one, or is it not available for you? Sometimes they're not available for everybody, and I don't get why. It's a TikTok thing. All right. So it helps me know which ones I can do and which ones I can't do. Okay. You can. Awesome. I just need one. Woohoo! 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one here, the Swarovski. I thank you for the heart me, Candy. I do not have any on hand. Let me go look. And I think I can get them in an 8. This is a 6mm size. And I think I can get them in an 8. Just give me a second. I'm going to just scooch that over. Let me see. They are a very cool one, yes. Cone, AB, whoops. Clear AB, 8mm. Hello, Mondo. When in July is she getting married? Because that will also. The 19th. Let me see if I have any in the back stock to see, because that's going to be pushing it for that. But I will add it to my cart and get those. Thank you for the heart me, Angela. So let me write that down to look for. And I got to answer the question about the wire. Okay, I have tomorrow to do all of that. No, it's not a problem. I just got to remember, I never wrote down the wire. Thank you, Mondo. I wonder what other colors I can get. Oh, they just give us clear. Thank you, Angela, for the cool sun. Yes, I'm married. I've been married for 12 years. We've been together for 18. His name is Ryan. We talk about him a lot. This is, this one is actually a Swarovski one, is what this one is. So we're looking at this bracelet. Swarovski crystals are no longer made by Swarovski. So when you hear me talk about when we are on our lives and I say imitation Austrian crystal, That is the a replacement for Swarovski's. Because Swarovski decided um, to not make beads anymore because it just wasn't, the profit margins for them weren't good enough. Swarovski does a lot of different things. Like they will make lots of carvings, glass carvings and that type of thing. So they have that. They have, you can buy like chandeliers made out of Swarovski crystals, and it's a very, very, so those are their that's where their bread and butter is at, in that, rather than in making beads. They stopped making beads. When they did it, we all cried, I think, because Swarovski has been around for years in making, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to, oh, so Swarovski has been making the crystals, the beads and the crystal components for 20 years or longer, and they stopped in 2020. Yeah, and so a lot of people did use Swarovski when I worked, because you guys have heard me talk about, I went to a bead store, learned how um to create to create jewelry there, and then I actually went to go work there. This curl like died. My hair lost its curl today. But anyways, they I went to work there, and that was a lot. They sold sterling silver, and Swarovski was their most profitable area where we sold. Depending on what is your outfit like, Robin? What are you wearing? Do you have to think about, do you have beading on your dress or do you not? What kind of neckline are you going to have on it? That type of thing. Okay. All right. What kind of neckline? Hey, Ray. Okay. Hi, Ray. Um, so like even some of this is gonna sound, the crystals that they will put on dresses sometimes are Swarovski crystals too. Hey, I'm just reading on Swarovski's here because there's some things I didn't know about it. I know. After a while, you remember how to spell it. And Swarovski is actually the last name of the glass cutter that created them. But Audrey Hepburn's tiara that she's wearing in Breakfast from Tiffany's is made of Swarovski crystals. When Marilyn Monroe's Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, when she's got that pink outfit with all the crystal jewelry on her neck and on the gloves of both of her wrists, those are all Swarovskis. Yeah. So they have been around. I mean, Swarovski's been around for over 100 years. And like in the Mall of America in Minnesota, up in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, there is a Swarovski store in there, and you just walk in and you're like, oh, wow. Yep. So those are things to, that's what to think about. But, so you find Swarovskis like actually all over. Okay, a scoop neck. Let me. Yeah. Oh, and I'm thinking with scoop necks, in all honesty, I wouldn't put necklaces with a scoop neck. And that's kind of like what I was talking about on yesterday's Tip Tuesday, where we were talking about to not always wear necklaces. Hi, expressing my heart. I was going to say, I did email you back. Yeah, bracelets. That's what I was going to say. And if you would do just stacks of just, if you would take her colors, there is turquoise colored glass. And in my mind, there is a turquoise colored Swarovski. There is also a burnt orange one. So if you could find glass beads that match that, they don't always have to be the bicone, but if they could be the faceted cut, either in circles and that type of thing, bring in the clear, bring in that turquoise and the burnt, and just add it to it. Let me see. Maybe. I'm just trying to think with that. Because is your dress, when you say jasper, is it like the orange colored jasper? Because if that's the case, maybe then you would just go with like the turquoise and the clear, and maybe one, just create a stack. That would be so cool. You could also do it with the memory wire. More aqua. Okay. But if you could find the beads to match that. I know you can't buy Swarovskis, but see if I can find what I'm thinking of. See, I have little Swarovskis. I don't have big ones. No, those are my 3 millimeters. I do not have very many Swarovskis because I am not a bling girl. But this is not the right burnt orange. I'm thinking of our big display that we had in the store. More like this color. No. So if you could find like this. Oh, no, that's what we're here for. Like if you would have this color along with the clear AB, which is what I have on. This is the double AB. Okay. So if you could do something with that, which, hold on, I'm going to see. I know, that's what I was just thinking, Paige. This one. This is a 3.5 by 3 millimeter, but that's the one. That is really close when you put those two together. So there's that. And then I was like, that's why I was like, hold on. And then like if you would do the clear, and then depending on the blue, this is what color blue was in my mind. Is that her color of turquoise that she has? Because this is what I was thinking in my mind for the colors. She's got darker. Okay, let me see if I can go. Hold on. that's the same one. When we go to a blue then. But yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's the one. It's more greener. It's okay. Not that one. That one's emerald. That one's green. That is the peridot. This is like my favorite color. But that's a green. So they make them in even, you can get even squares. They even made the Swarovski rondelles. They make, what shape is this one? Oh, those are the bicones. They even make a Swarovski heart that has the top drill. Okay, then we can see what we can find. But I'm thinking that one from today. Ooh. I don't know, were you on that live, Robin? I don't think you were on the live today. You know, that was hours ago and I can't remember. There we go. Muscle Rothkin didn't want to go back in his hole. There we go. There. Okay. I am tired tonight. It is going to be an early night for us. That's what I'm going to say. So how I do, you know, I've done some behind the scenes stuff, but not a whole lot of it. When you guys are sitting here and I go to talk about what we are doing when I get your baskets and how I keep everything, I literally have little cards with your guys' like names on them so that I can know whose basket it is. And I am such a, you guys can laugh at me, I put an X if you have your subsequent cards, if you have an open basket, so that when I'm going through and if I see an X, I know I don't have to start an invoice for you. I just got to go find your invoice. And if there is no X, that means that you've paid your invoice and you don't have an open one, so I need to start a new one. So yes, I am, you guys can laugh at my organization. But I have 2 recipe boxes full of cards for everybody that claims with me. That's how I do it. So when I say I'm finding your card, that's what I'm doing. I'm finding your index card with your name on it so that I can put it in the front of the basket and it'll be like, here's your basket. That's how I do it. And I have like 5 different sizes of baskets. So depending on how much you claim, it depends on what size basket we use. So yes, you guys can laugh at me. All right. I was going to say, okay. Okay, that works fine. I am going to hop off. I'm going to go get ready for bed. We're going to have an early night. I'm not going to invoice tonight. We will invoice tomorrow. We will do silicone beads at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We will start with the adhesives for the phone grips. I will tell you guys, there's a reason why I'm going to be selling them individually. And that is, there is one phone grip or phone holder that we'll only need one. So we're going to be selling them individually. So if you want to make this style, you're going to have to order them in quantities of 2. The other one, which I don't have one made right now, but I can show you that one. I can see if I can get one made up, and we will do that tomorrow. So that is, I can show it to you, and then we will do next week. We will do the tutorial for it. So that is what we've got going on. I hope you guys have a good night, and see you guys at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Bye, everybody.